Hey guys, this is me, DiogenZ with NintendoRadio.com, coming at you with the review of Pokemon Platinum. Pokemon Platinum is the third edition of the Diamond and Pearl series. Now, not a lot has changed. The biggest thing in the game that's different from Diamond and Pearl is the Torn World. And unlike a lot of original thoughts, the Torn World isn't really a land that is that you can frequently visit. It's basically a one-time puzzle that you have to solve in order to get through to one of the game's bosses, Giratina Origin Form. After that, there's really no reason nor nothing to compel you to come back to this world. There's no wild Pokemon to catch, and there is only one item that you can get, but that's after defeating the Elite Four. So, really, the Torn World could have been better, but it just kind of satisfies a quick puzzle need. Although, even though this is true, it does look cool. They used the game's 3D engine to make this really cool puzzle, so you're not going through just the basic gym puzzles like you would for the Pokemon League gyms. You go through this 3D world, and there's a lot of cool kind of wall climbing physics that you can get to partake in, and that's really neat. It looks good. I just wish that they kind of extended it, since that Pokemon Platinum, this is basically what defines it from Diamond and Pearl series. Now, even with all this sort of lackluster attention to the Torn World and a little bit short level design on their part, that being the Pokemon Company, there is still a lot to do in Pokemon Platinum, much like there is in all the past versions of Pokemon games. Now, everybody knows that the goal of the game is beat the Elite Four and fill up your Pokedex. So, basically, you go through the story, you train Pokemon, you catch Pokemon, all up until the decisive battle between Giratina, Origin Form, and your team. You fight Team Galactic, which is just another iteration of Team Rocket, all the way back dating from Red, Blue, and Yellow. You defeat them, and then you go on to the Pokemon League, which you are honored the champion if you defeat the current champion, Cynthia. Now, it's notable to see that they did put in some extra work into the sprite design. A lot of the Pokemon, all the Pokemon that you can get in the Sinnoh Dex, without the National Dex, their sprites have been changed. And I personally like it. It looks really nice. They updated a lot of areas. They gave, for example, the Eterna Forest, they gave it some nice shadow effect. So it's not to say that they didn't try, but it's still all too similar. So, now, aside from the sprites being different, though, there are different Pokemon in here. Until after the Pokemon League, to get to the battle area, the fight area, I believe it's called, to get all the special evolution items that evolve, like Porygon into Porygon Z, and yada yada yada. So now, they've done some relocation of items so that you can get those Pokemon right away. For example, Magmortar and Electivire, you can get them within the main game right away, once you find the Magmarizer and Electrizer. So that's really appreciated. Yet for those of us who have already played through Pokemon Diamond and or Pearl, and have caught every single Pokemon and trained our own team, this really isn't going to make a difference. It's basically like going through another checklist all over again. So be warned, if you got Diamond or Pearl the first time around, this experience might not be too amazing for you. Some of the new features, other than sprite redesigning, includes a new area, or really just a comeback to the Battle Frontier, which was in Pokemon Emerald. Again, this is a great addition. It's kind of predictable. It seems that Nintendo and the Pokemon Company is falling into a formula, but I'm not going to get on about that. It's really fun. You can save the battles with this new device that you get called the Battle Recorder, or the Versus Recorder, I forget which it is. And you can record specific battles, like the Frontier Brains, which are basically the bosses of the single Frontier houses. So, once all that is done, and once you play through the main story, you unlock that. But overall, it's not too much new. One thing that I was hoping they would do that they didn't do in Pokemon Diamond and Pearl with the Wi-Fi is I would have hoped that they made it able to battle anybody at any time, much like in Pokemon Battle Revolution, which I might add is completely compatible with Pokemon Platinum, so there's no worries there. You can get that and then Pokemon Battle Revolution if you want, and not have to worry about Diamond and Pearl compatibility. But anyway, I was really hoping that they would allow the ability to battle anybody without friend codes, but that's still not the case. Now, an additional note on the Wi-Fi, it has been enhanced along with the numerous features in Pokemon Platinum. It's got this new place called the Wi-Fi Plaza, which you enter through the Pokemon Center and through the basement, and it's interesting. Now, I say interesting, and I don't say fun or aesthetically exciting, because it's really not. Now, what can you do down there? Well, you get a little thing called a tap toy, which is basically you push a button on the touch screen and it does a little something. There are 3 mini games to play that you can play with your friends, and I would have really liked to seen this idea expanded a little bit more, because what you can do there is very limited. You can look at some survey results. You can, like I said, play mini games. You can ask people loaded questions that Nintendo already preset, so there's no free chat. It's underwhelming. I gotta be honest, it's underwhelming. The mini games, they're first of all, they're mini games. They're just really not that fun. I went down there a few times, gave it a chance, but just overall, it was kind of boring. I was much more keen on battling my way to the Elite Four and then just getting people's friend codes and battling them online. Now, a nice thing that combines 2 features of Pokemon Platinum is that you can record battles with your battle recorder with friends on Wi-Fi. Unfortunately, you can only record 1 battle at a time. But for people who post their battles like I do, which I hope to for the future, probably get Pokemon Battle of the Week up and running again soon, it's good because you can record it onto your battle recorder, then record it with your camera, and not have to worry about editing or anything like that. You can take that video without recording it to your camera or anything like that, and load it up to the in-game database. It hooks up to the Wi-Fi, and you can post your battle videos. It's really cool. I like this feature. It's exclusive to Platinum. It's one of the new Wi-Fi features, and I really dig it. So you can go check out other people's battles, and they're ranked, so you can see the best of the best, and not like stupid Bidoof battles. It's really cool. And also, you can post up pictures of your PC boxes, so if you'd like to gloat on a global scale, now's your chance. So, overall, Pokemon Platinum is really not that different from Pokemon Diamond and Pearl. There are some upgrades, and they're really appreciated, definitely. But overall, the game mechanics are still the same. The graphics are overall the same, except for the 3D Torn World. But like I mentioned before, that's really not too engaging. It's not too long. It's becoming too much, I think. I think we're getting overwhelmed with Pokemon. And I know I'm supposed to be a Pokemon fanboy here, but out of the bottom of my heart, I gotta say, I wish they would change up the series a little bit. I think it'd be nice if they added some really revolutionary features, like perhaps building your own gym, then posting it on a Wi-Fi database, and then allowing people to battle you when you're in your gym. So, we haven't gotten to that point yet, but for what Pokemon Platinum gives, it's a true blue Pokemon game. You know what they say, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's the case with Pokemon Platinum. So, I wrap this up by giving Pokemon Platinum an 8.5 out of 10. A really great game, but a repeat of all the past Pokemon of its time. So, that's about it, guys. I'm DiogenZ for Nintendo Radio Reviews, and I am out.